Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your end of April 2022 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here, back with my trusty Morgan Greer deck. I lost a card. I knew it was here somewhere, and then I happened to look. I said, I'm going to find this card, and it was lodged between my desk and the floor, so I'm back in business with. But I have a stable of decks that I really like, which is always great because at the beginning I didn't have that. I just had this and maybe the regular Rider's Waite deck. I like the options. Okay, let me put these babies back because they're spread out here. Oh boy. All right. The heart of the matter is the Ace of Cups, and this is a card of new love, maybe a new, person coming into your life, but also perhaps a new opportunity for something that has this kind of healing angle to it, whether it's a service that you're providing for other people or getting it for yourself. I think this can even be the news of a new baby, but I'm not 100% on that. I think so, though. Oh, you know what I just noticed? There's almost like that aura coming. I don't know. It's coming from the cup. I love this deck. The colors are beautiful. So this can be something that, oh, wow, I just noticed. I'm going to just do the past position, but they're both aces. So real fresh new energy coming in. Ace of Pentacles in the past position. So yeah, I mean, these two cards combined can definitely be either a new job or a job offer that involves some kind of healing or creativity, or a love relationship with somebody, maybe with the earth element, but more than that, something that can be a keeper, somebody who's not just like an affair, but somebody that you might end up having this person in your life for the rest of your life. So both of these, and that was in the past position. Perhaps it's starting a new business with a healing angle to it, or a creative angle to it. The higher message is the Ten of Pentacles. This is a card of wealth, affluence, generational wealth. So in love relationships, this can really emphasize what I just said about a long-term relationship where, you're looking at the lineage, like parents and children and grandchildren and the whole 9 yards. And, experiencing each generation and enjoying that history. This is, this is a card that is associated also with inheritance, the Ten of Pentacles. Usually I'm not reading it in a literal sense, but because the Ace of Pentacles can be a financial windfall, I'm kind of suspending that. So if you have experienced receiving an inheritance, Gemini, you might be using it for what do they call those? A passion project or something like that. Something that you have wanted to do, and maybe you didn't feel like you could just devote your energy to it because you still had to make a living. So those kinds of things can come up when we're talking about these cards, but there's the good money cards and then good, emotional card in the middle there. What crosses you is the Eight of Cups. This is a card of walking away from what no longer serves you. And the implication here is that because the cups relate to the emotions, that the person is not feeling that sense of emotional fulfillment with whatever it is that they're doing. And so that's why they are walking away from a situation. And that can feel very fulfilling if the person has confidence in it, but sometimes people get scared. They want to leave, but they are afraid of the financial hardship. So again, I tell you that Ace of Cups is flanked by two good money cards, but are these things, have they come to you, or are they just promised to you? So if you've started a new business and it's a heart-centered business, the potential may be there for having abundance, but because it's not there right now, there may be this feeling of, not having enough faith in it. And so that can, like, if you have not quit your day job, you can feel like, okay, I'm definitely not going to do that. And something, there's no right or wrong answer. That might be the best thing for you to continue staying where you are, because you may have this need for that consistency, and then you won't put too much pressure on yourself and on your new business to turn a profit. And I realize, it's really funny, Gemini, I realize that I oftentimes will talk about starting a business or creative projects, and I think, gosh, why am I projecting myself onto other people? And in a way, I think I am, but in another way, and I mean that in a good way, because I think that a lot of people just dismiss this idea that they can start a business because they think a business is some kind of a lofty thing. And it doesn't have to be at all. It can be a very modest thing that you're doing, but it gives you that sense of autonomy. It's not that, anyone is saying, oh, you have to work for yourself. No, you don't have to work for yourself. You may have a job that you enjoy. But when you have your own business, humble as it may be, it can be something that you get to call the shots. You have creative, control over it, and it can just provide you with that fulfillment that you're looking for, that especially if it's on the creative side or healing side, and you have that part to you that's very much like that. Because sometimes we don't have that with the day job, but we still like the day job. And for the Gemini individual, especially if you have gravitated towards a profession like teaching or like media, where the mind is very active, but it's not necessarily overtly creative, that can create conflict within yourself if you really have that side that wants to create. What's coming in? Six of Swords. Leaving behind what is, full of stress. Choosing peace. And sometimes this can even be physical relocation or moving. In terms of choosing peace, again, that might be part of a situation that you're currently in where you don't feel that whatever it is that you're doing is giving you some kind of nourishment on some level. Like even a job, it can be a very humble job and you can still not feel drained. But if you feel some sort of drain or stress from what you're doing, you might very well feel like it's time for you to make these changes. And it's interesting because We are in the last half of April having a solar eclipse in Taurus, and Taurus is a sign right behind you. So this eclipse is going to fall in the 12th house, and that is the unconscious mind. And so you may have something illuminated that you have been kind of keeping under wraps, that you haven't been dealing with consciously, Gemini, and that might help you to let go, because these are the areas that are going to be impacted in your life this year. The 6th house of work, and that's actually the that might be more apropos. In May, Scorpio is there's going to be a lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and that's going to be in your 6th house of work. So that could be like just letting go of this thing that you are already disenchanted with. And I always think of the 8 of Cups as Scorpio anyway. I don't know if that's true. The outcome is the Emperor. I almost said the 4 of Emperor. And one of the things about the Emperor is getting your shit together. And that means that you are, getting more in control of your life. The number 4 connects to the planet Saturn, which is all about order and discipline. Gemini people tend to scatter their forces because you're a mutable sign, you're an air sign. Think about the wind and scattering leaves, or, just making things go haywire, because I live near Chicago, and, Chicago, I was just in downtown Chicago today, and there was such a strong wind, and it's like, what the heck is going on here? But really in the city, it didn't feel as bad. Usually it's in the city that you feel it the most, but the Windy City was a little bit calmer than outside of the city, I guess. But yeah, so this can also be a mentor, an Aries. This card connects with Aries, although I connected with Capricorn, but it's somebody who has been there and done that and can help you to navigate if you're starting, for instance, a new endeavor and you don't know what you're doing. But you can do this. You can give this gift to yourself. You can learn how to navigate some new experiences in life, because these 2 aces really indicate that there are new experiences going on for you. Okay, Gemini, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.